Found out my girlfriend has been hiding cameras in my house. I was in a state of disbelief as I held the small, hidden camera in my hand. I had been cleaning my room in preparation for a visit from my family, and as I reached for a shirt on my dresser, the device had fallen to the floor. My heart raced as I realized what it was and the implications of it being in my home. I quickly scanned the room, searching for any other signs of surveillance. I couldn't believe that someone had been watching me without my knowledge or consent. The thought made me feel sick and violated. As I tried to process what had happened, my mind raced with questions. Who had placed the camera in my room? Why were they watching me? Had they recorded anything? I knew that I had to confront the person responsible, but I was hesitant to accuse anyone without solid evidence. I decided to call my mom and my girlfriend, the only two people I could think of who might have had access to my room, and ask them if they knew anything about the camera. To my surprise, my girlfriend immediately became defensive and admitted to placing the camera in my room. She explained that she had been feeling insecure and possessive lately, and she wanted to make sure that I wasn't watching any adult videos or bringing other girls home. She also admitted that she found it comforting to watch me sleep and go to bed when she was feeling stressed. I was shocked and angry, but I tried to remain calm. I told her that her actions were a violation of my privacy and that I couldn't trust her anymore. I gave her a warning, telling her that if I found any more cameras or evidence of her spying on me, I would end our relationship. Since then, I've been paranoid, constantly checking my home for any signs of surveillance. I've also been re-evaluating our relationship, trying to decide if I can truly trust her again. The thought of her watching me without my knowledge still haunts me, and I'm not sure if I can ever fully forgive her for what she did. Left her for a prettier girl, now I regret it. I was a star athlete in high school, with a promising future in football and a reputation that preceded me. I basked in the attention and adoration of my peers, and I had my pick of girls. But I wasn't satisfied with just any girl, I wanted to experience something different, something exotic. So, I set my sights on a nerdy, shy girl who was the complete opposite of me. I'll admit it, I played with her feelings. I led her on, pretending to be interested in her, when in reality, I was just curious about how she tasted. I had been with plenty of girls who were outgoing and sexually experienced, so I thought it would be interesting to try something new. After a while, I broke up with her and moved on to a girl who I thought was prettier and more popular. I thought I had it all figured out, but looking back, I realize how wrong I was. The nerdy girl I had dismissed so easily is now a successful executive at a Fortune 500 company, and I saw her give a TED Talk and was blown away by how slim and beautiful she is now. Meanwhile, I'm still stuck doing construction work, a job I enjoy but never wanted to do long term. My dream was always to be an actor, but I never pursued it. The girl I married turned out to be a disaster and doesn't look as good as the nerdy girl anymore. She got addicted to drugs and has been in and out of mental hospitals. I can't help but wonder if this is all my fault, if I made the wrong choices in life. I can't help but feel a twinge of regret when I think about how I treated that nerdy girl. I wish I could go back and do things differently, but I can't. She told me I was the father. She told me that she was pregnant, and my world came crashing down. As college students, we were still in the midst of our studies, and the thought of supporting a child was daunting. But the bigger issue was our differing views on abortion. She was staunchly pro-life, while I was firmly pro-choice. I knew that this would create a rift between us, and I didn't want to force my beliefs on her. She was over the moon with excitement, gushing about all the things she wanted to buy for the baby. I, on the other hand, was in a state of panic. I couldn't shake the feeling that my life was about to change irrevocably. I felt like I was staring at a future filled with diapers, formula, and sleepless nights. As I sat on the couch, trying to process this bombshell, she noticed my distress. She came over and sat beside me, her voice filled with concern. "Are you okay?" she asked, her hand on my knee. I took a deep breath and tried to gather my thoughts. "I don't know," I admitted, my voice shaking. "I'm just not ready for this. We're still in college, and I don't want to be a father yet." She looked at me with a mixture of understanding and mischief in her eyes. "I know," she said, her voice soft. "But I have a surprise for you." My heart skipped a beat as she exclaimed that it was all just a prank. She then said, "That's for finishing too early last time." I felt a wave of relief wash over me, followed closely by annoyance. She lied about her age and I almost got in trouble. As a lonely out-of-state college student during my first semester, I often felt like a ghost haunting the campus. One night, I decided to break free from the monotony and go bar hopping. As I sipped on a beer, I noticed her across the room. She had long, curly hair that cascaded down her back like a golden waterfall, and a bright smile that could light up a room. She was dressed in a tight-fitting college sweatshirt and jeans, and her eyes sparkled with youthful energy. I mustered up the courage to approach her, and we hit it off immediately. I was captivated by her carefree spirit and infectious enthusiasm. As the night wore on, we decided to take our newfound friendship back to my dorm room and have an experience. The next few weeks were a blur of happiness and excitement. We spent time enjoying each other's company. I had never felt so alive, so free. She was my escape from the loneliness and isolation of college life, and I was grateful for her presence. But our whirlwind romance came to an abrupt halt when I connected with her on LinkedIn. My heart skipped a beat as I scrolled through her profile, my eyes widening in disbelief. She was 41 years old, an accountant with a certification from the 90s. Apparently she had always had a thing for younger guys, so she would cake up, pretend to be a college student and have an experience with them before moving on to the next guy. I couldn't believe that I had unknowingly brought a grown woman into our dorms. I felt embarrassed, naive, and a little scared. My girlfriend doesn't know I have an STD. I've been dating this girl for about 7 months now, and things have been going great. We've been taking things slow, and I've been able to keep my secret hidden, until now. Here's the thing, I have an STD. Yeah, I know, it's not something you want to admit to, but I've been dealing with it for a while now. And now that my girlfriend and I are getting closer, I'm terrified that she'll find out and leave me. I've been avoiding any kind of sexual activity with her, even though she's been hinting at wanting to take things to the next level. I've been using my Catholic upbringing as an excuse, but let's be real, that's not the real reason. The truth is, I'm scared shitless of telling her the truth. I don't want to lose her, but I also don't want to keep lying to her. I know I should just man up and tell her, but the thought of it makes my stomach turn. What if she freaks out and breaks up with me? What if she's not as understanding as I hope she is? I just don't know what to do. Has anyone else been in a similar situation? How did you handle it? Did you tell your partner, or did you keep it a secret?